Good morning, children. Welcome to offline classes for 10th standard. So, as we discussing chapter called periodic classification of elements. In part 1, we have discussed about what is classification, and there are two important chemists, Dovanayer and Newland, how they classified the elements and why it has been rejected, and what are the drawbacks of Newland's periodic table and even Dovernayer's periodic table. Their attempts gone fail in some way, and one more scientist or one more chemist, he came forward and he proposed his own periodic table. It has been accepted most chemist about his periodic table. Who is he? How he classified? Let us discuss in part 2. He is Mendeleev. So Mendeleev, he has proposed his own periodic table. How is the periodic table? So in this time there are about 63 elements were discovered. So during his time, in his period, he started classifying the elements according to their increasing order of their atomic masses. What he did? He prepared 63 cards, and each card he started writing their properties, and after writing their properties he started sticking on the board. And once when he started sticking on the board of all the 63 cards, and all the 63 cards got arranged according to their atomic masses in increasing order, and he placed all the 63 cards on the board, and he placed all the 63 cards in it, and all the 63 cards fitted into the periodic table. And how he arranged? So he mentally classified the element increasing order of their atomic masses in the and similar in their properties. The formula of the oxides and aldehydes formed by the elements was also the basis of classification of the elements. How we arrange the elements? He observed the elements, their similarities and properties. Along with that, even he arranged the element on the basis of their oxide. What kind of elements are formed, or what kind of products are formed when they react with oxides and hydrates. So this is also one of the clue what he took for the classification of elements. So Mendeleev's periodic table contained 6 horizontal rows called periods and 8 vertical rows, he called them as groups. The groups 1 to 7 had 2 subgroups called A subgroup and B subgroup. Group 8 had 3 rows of the elements. The elements having similar properties were placed in the same groups. There are some spaces left vacant in the table and accommodated the elements. So what happened? So he started arranging all the elements, and he prepared one table, and his table contained what 6 horizontal rows and 8 vertical rows, and he called them as periods and groups respectively. And in some places in some boxes he left vacant. Why? Because in future there may be could be elements can be discovered, and that element can be placed in that particular vacant places. So because of he's having a clear picture, he's having he should 100% he have that kind of guess that he may in future the elements are going to be discovered. So but there is having a good merits, there is a good advantages are there for by this table. What is that? The elements were classified on more fundamental basis of their atomic masses and properties. Almost all the elements are classified on the basis of their atomic mass and their properties, and spaces were left vacant to accommodate the elements to be discovered in future. So he left some vacant places in his periodic table. So in those places new element or the element which will be discovered in the further, those elements can be fit into that particular vacant places. And the third merit is what? It could be predict the properties of the elements which helped in the discovery of new elements. The fourth one, the inert gas elements discovered later could be placed in the separate group without disturbing to the main table. So inert gas means the elements, they complete their octet structure or their valency is what a 0. So they are called as what inert gases or noble gases. So those elements he kept separate into the separate from the periodic table, which are not going to be disturbed to the main other table or arrangement. But these are the main main merits or advantages of Mendel's periodic table. But even though the Mendel's periodic table also contains some demerits or drawbacks, whatever drawbacks, but he has not given exact place or for the hydrogen. That is, so the position of hydrogen is not clear because it shows properties similar to the metals as well as non-metals. Some elements are not arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. For example, cobalt is placed before nitrogen, and tellurium is placed before the iodine, etc. So these are some demerits, and one the last one is what the position of isotopes of element is not clear. He has not given any particular place for the isotopes. What are isotopes? The elements which are having same atomic number or same chemical properties but different in mass number, they are called as what isotopes. So he has not given a proper place for the isotopes in his periodic table. Hence, somewhere it has been not accepted all over. But later, one more scientist came forward. He has prepared his own periodic table, that is called modern periodic table. How it is modern periodic table? Let us see. And this is what Mendel's periodic table. See, you have just observed this. This is how we have prepared. So this is what one periodic table and having subgroups, and last one having 3 elements in this. This is what periodic table. The statement, what is stated in this periodic table? The Mendel's periodic table now states the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic masses. This is what the statement of Mendel's periodic table. But later after this, the one more scientist came forward. He is none other than Moseley. Henry Moseley. He has prepared one more periodic table, that is called modern periodic table. What modern periodic table states? Let me see now. That is modern periodic table. So here, what modern periodic table contains? The modern periodic table contains what are 7 horizontal rows and called them as periods, and 18 vertical columns, and they called as what are groups. So what are periods? There are 7 periods of the elements. The first period has 2 elements, H and helium, called very short period. The second period contains 8 elements, lithium to neon, called short period. The third period has 8 elements, sodium to argon, called short periods. Like this, there are 7 periods are there, and there are 18 groups are there in the period, in this periodic table, and there are separate elements which kept below the periodic table. They are called what lanthanides and actinides. What how he has classified elements? Let us see now. So here, this is what periodic table. So just now the Mendeleev, how he classified elements according to their increasing order of atomic masses. But modern periodic table, what it states, the periodic table states that the periodic properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. What he did, he just arranged the elements according to their increasing order of their atomic number, not masses. So here the elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. So the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. You just see the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So you just one atomic number of helium is what 2. The atomic number of lithium is 3. Then beryllium is 4. Then boron is 5. Carbon is 6. Nitrogen is 7. Oxygen is 9, 8. Fluorine is 9. Whereas neon is. So you just go from left to right. What happened? The one atomic number is increases, or one number is keep on increasing, one adding to the previous preceding element. So this is what the modern periodic table. What modern periodic table states? Properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. This is the modern periodic table. In the next class, we discuss more about this modern periodic table. What is the table? How the elements are placed in the model predictable. That discuss in the next class. Thank you.